crowd love their body.
Real hot girls.
And if you want to keep loving your body, you know who to vote for.
One thing I learned about working with Vice President Harris is she always stand on business.
We in America are misinformed. Reality shows have warped our idea of what a hero is or what the truth is.
I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse.
Jim Carrey, a beloved comedian and actor, is known for his willingness to speak out against Hollywood's dark underbelly. But what happens when his fears extend beyond the entertainment industry? What if Carrey is genuinely terrified of a Kamala Harris presidency? Let's explore why Jim Carrey sacrificed his career to expose the industry's disturbing secrets and examine the powerful figures who might be protected under a Harris administration. Could Kamala Harris, like Obama before her, turn a blind eye to Hollywood's P-daters?
I had invited him to my house when I had this big event. I had a party and I had all the legends in my life, and I invited Barack Obama there to speak. And I remember introducing him in 2005 to that entire group, saying, this man will be president someday.
Jim Carrey has never shied away from controversy. With a career marked by iconic roles and fearless comedy, Carrey's voice has echoed across the entertainment industry for decades. But behind the humor lies a man deeply concerned about the world he once thrived in. Why does Carrey fear a Kamala Harris presidency? Could it be linked to Hollywood's dark secrets, or perhaps the notable figures celebrated by past Democratic administrations? The lines between Hollywood and politics have always been blurred, but as Harris campaigns, promising a brighter future for America, we must ask ourselves, at what cost? Why did President Obama honor figures like Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, Tom Hanks, and Robert De Niro, who now face serious allegations? Could these powerful personalities be protected under a Harris administration? Jim Carrey's unease with a potential Kamala Harris presidency is rooted in a complex web of Hollywood's dark secrets and political alliances. His fears are not unfounded. Over the years, Carrey has voiced concerns about the sinister side of the entertainment industry, a place he once called home. But now, as Kamala Harris gains influence, Carrey's worries extend beyond Hollywood. What does he know that we don't? Carrey's outspoken nature is a double-edged sword. It's cost him roles and even put his career at risk. But he believes it's a small price to pay for exposing the truth. Why are figures with serious allegations still being celebrated and protected? Are their connections with the political elite too strong to break? Hollywood has long been intertwined with politics. The glamour and influence of celebrities can sway public opinion and even elections. As Kamala Harris campaigns, she's surrounded by Hollywood's glittering facade, but what lies beneath? In the ever-evolving world of politics, the endorsement and support of Hollywood heavyweights can be a game-changer. While President Biden's campaign faced a cooling of enthusiasm from Tinseltown, Vice President Kamala Harris has breathed new life into the Democratic ticket with her presidential bid, drawing a wave of celebrity support and injecting fresh energy into the party's efforts. Kamala Harris' campaign has quickly become a beacon for Hollywood's elite. Her ability to draw celebrity endorsements and mobilize the entertainment industry is not just a show of personal charisma, but also a strategic move to captivate voters and energize the Democratic base. The star-studded backing Harris enjoys is a significant asset, reinforcing her image as a candidate capable of uniting diverse voices and perspectives. The involvement of high-profile celebrities like Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo at Harris Rally in Atlanta speaks volumes about the campaign's ability to engage with younger voters and tap into cultural trends. These artists, known for their influence and reach, bring with them a massive following and a platform to spread Harris's message to audiences that may otherwise remain disengaged from traditional political discourse. In Los Angeles, a fundraising event attracted notable attendees like actors Ashley Park and Darren Criss, highlighting the campaign's appeal to the entertainment community. Variety reported on this surge of support, noting that the presence of such figures not only boosts Harris's visibility, but also signals to the public that her message resonates with those who shape popular culture. One of the most potent tools in the Harris campaign's arsenal is music, as demonstrated by securing permission to use Beyoncé's powerful anthem, Freedom, in a campaign ad.
We choose freedom.
This This move not only underscores Harris's alignment with themes of liberation and progress, but also aligns her with one of the most influential cultural icons of our time. Beyoncé's involvement, even indirectly, adds a layer of cultural relevance and urgency to Harris's campaign. The campaign's themes of freedom and future are well aligned with the aspirations of younger voters and those seeking change, making the endorsement of celebrities who embody these ideals a strategic choice. The celebrity influence extends beyond rallies and fundraisers to a series of virtual Zoom events, bringing together names like Jeff Bridges, Mindy Kaling, filmmaker J.J. Abrams, and pop star Pink. These events serve as a platform for Harris to connect with a broader audience while capitalizing on the star power that these figures bring. Behind the scenes, Hollywood's financial contributions play a pivotal role in propelling Harris's campaign forward. Jeffrey Katzenberg, a former movie mogul and co-chair of Harris's campaign, has been a vocal advocate for her candidacy, describing her as a new, inspiring leader who can take us forward in an op-ed in the New York Times. Katzenberg's involvement reflects Hollywood's shift in focus from Biden to Harris, signaling a changing tide in political endorsements. The withdrawal of support from Biden by Hollywood heavyweights following his debate performance illustrates the entertainment industry's significant influence on political fortunes. Notably, George Clooney, who had previously hosted a fundraiser for Biden, publicly called for him to drop out of the race, criticizing his lackluster debate performance. This shift in allegiance underscores the precarious nature of political support and the sway that prominent Hollywood figures hold. As the Harris campaign gains momentum, the financial backing from Hollywood donors has resumed, filling the coffers needed to sustain a robust campaign. This financial support is essential, not just for campaign advertisements and outreach efforts, but also for maintaining a presence in key battleground states. With the backing of influential donors, Harris is positioned to remain in the spotlight and continue her campaign with vigor. The intersection of politics and Hollywood is not just about financial contributions or star-studded events, it's about shaping public perception and driving the narrative. The involvement of celebrities like Charlie XCX, whose endorsement of Harris spawned countless memes and positioned her firmly within the pop culture conversation, is indicative of the campaign's savvy use of media and cultural touchstones. The influence of Hollywood in politics extends beyond endorsements and financial support. It's about creating a narrative that resonates with the public, shaping how candidates are perceived, and leveraging the platforms of celebrities to amplify political messages. Harris's ability to dominate the news cycle in the early days of her campaign, largely thanks to celebrity support, highlights the power of this relationship. Kamala Harris's campaign represents a strategic alliance between politics and Hollywood, one that leverages the reach and influence of the entertainment industry to engage voters and drive change. By aligning herself with cultural icons and embracing the themes of freedom and the future, Harris has crafted a narrative that speaks to the aspirations of many Americans. But this isn't new. Obama's presidency also saw a close alliance with Hollywood, as evidenced by the Presidential Medal of Freedom Awards. During his time in office, President Obama awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom to several Hollywood figures, including Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, Tom Hanks, and Robert De Niro. While these figures are celebrated for their contributions to entertainment and philanthropy, they also face troubling allegations. Why would Obama and potentially Harris align themselves with such controversial figures? The answer may lie in the power and influence these celebrities wield. Hollywood is no stranger to scandal. Allegations of misconduct and abuse have plagued the industry for decades. But why are these P-daters allowed to thrive? The answer may lie in their connections to powerful political figures. Oprah is a talk show host who has undeniably worked hard to reach her level of success, yet she is also part of the Hollywood machine. Being a part of that world often requires individuals to engage in certain activities to maintain their fame, and there are rumors of unspeakable actions involved. Oprah is perceived to fabricate details about her life, including claims of childhood abuse, to construct a compelling rags-to-riches narrative. This strategy capitalizes on the public's fondness for inspiring stories, leading many fans to accept these accounts without questioning them. This tendency to believe celebrity backstories without scrutiny is a reflection of society's inclination to accept narratives at face value. recent events have further highlighted controversial aspects of Oprah's character. During the Maui fires in August, it was rumored that Oprah hired a private firefighting team to protect her property. Although this claim remains unverified, an incident in 2019 when fire officials forced Oprah to open her private road for evacuations during a large brush fire is confirmed, casting a shadow on her character. Oprah's acquisition of 870 acres of land in Hawaii for $6.6 million also raises questions about ethical land ownership and the rights of locals. Wealth does not justify taking what rightfully belongs to others, and there is hope that the people of Hawaii can reclaim their land through some means. The controversy surrounding Oprah extends to her philanthropic endeavors. After the Maui fires, Oprah collaborated with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to establish a $10 million relief fund, but reports indicate that the funds intended for those in need have mysteriously disappeared. This has led to suspicions of fraudulence, with Oprah at the center. The proverb, "never trust a person who puts themselves at the forefront of a tragedy," is often cited in this context, as some believe that those who profit from others' misfortunes are often complicit in causing them. Oprah is seen as emblematic of the problems in today's world, where figures of immense wealth ask struggling individuals for financial contributions they could cover themselves. Such actions demonstrate a disconnection from reality and exemplify capitalism at its worst. The idea of a billionaire soliciting donations from those already facing financial difficulties highlights the disparity between the wealthy and the average person. Oprah represents the self-serving nature of those who, despite humble beginnings, have become out of touch with the world. The theory that the Maui fires were part of a scheme to displace Hawaiian locals for gentrification purposes adds another layer to the criticism. Allegations that direct energy weapons, DUDU, were used, and that some incidents were captured on camera, contribute to the narrative of distrust. Overall, Oprah's actions and the perception of her character make it difficult for many to take her seriously, despite her journey from humble beginnings to fame. Her actions are seen as indicative of arrogance and tone deafness, reflecting a broader issue of how long-term wealth can distance individuals from their roots and the realities faced by others. Tom Hanks and Robert De Niro, icons of cinema, have also found themselves embroiled in controversy. For starters, Tom Hanks' association with Hollywood elites has been evident. From co-stars like Meg Ryan and Julia Roberts to directors like Steven Spielberg and Ron Howard, Tom Hanks has built a network of influential friends throughout his career. These relationships extend beyond just professional collaborations, as Tom has often been seen socializing with these high-profile individuals in various settings, further solidifying his status in Hollywood's elite circles. Picture this: the cream of Hollywood, including the likes of Barack and Michelle Obama, Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw, Bruce Springsteen and Patty Scialfa, all gathered under one roof. And whose roof, you ask? Well, none other than Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson's $26 million Pacific Palisades mansion. Talk about a star-studded affair. It was a Sunday night to remember as the celebrity power couples descended upon the Hanks home around 7 p.m., ready to party the night away. And what was the occasion, you may wonder? Oh, just the celebration of Tom and Rita's 35th wedding anniversary. But hold your horses, because this wasn't your average candlelit dinner for two. Tom and Rita decided to go all out and turn their anniversary into a weekend-long celebration by inviting some of Hollywood's most powerful and elite stars for a low-key dinner at their lavish home. And trust us, when Hollywood royalty comes together, you know it's going to be a night to remember. The Hanks mansion, nestled in a quiet cul-de-sac, played host to this exclusive gathering, and it was the place to be for all the creme de la creme of the entertainment world. Paparazzi were undoubtedly clamoring to catch a glimpse of these iconic personalities as they arrived one after the other. Can you imagine the sight of Barack and Michelle Obama, Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw, Bruce Springsteen and Patty Scialfa, all rubbing shoulders and sharing laughs under one roof? Simply iconic. And here's the weird part. The party went on until well after midnight. That's right, folks. This star-studded bash showed no signs of slowing down. Meanwhile, fans have not been shy about commenting on Tom Hanks' alleged dealings with evil Hollywood elites. One particular fan commented, "Don't be fooled by people's outward charm. Behind that charm can be some darkness we don't see." But that's not all. The award-winning actor has been accused of being a pedophile by a group of internet conspiracy theorists called QAnon. QAnon is a movement that believes that a secret cabal of elite pedophiles, led by Democrats, Hollywood celebrities, and billionaires, is running a global child ST ring and plotting against Donald Trump. They also believe that Trump is secretly fighting this cabal, and that he will soon expose and execute them in a day of reckoning called the Storm. Sounds dramatic, yeah?
And Tom Hanks is the head of the Illuminati. No! Just, okay, hear me out. Think about this.
QAnon emerged in 2017 when an anonymous user named Q posted cryptic messages on the website 4chan, claiming to have access to classified information about the Trump administration and its enemies. Q's posts, or drops, were soon picked up by online communities and influencers who interpreted and amplified them to millions of followers. QAnon has since spread to mainstream social media platforms, political rallies, and even the U.S. Congress, where some Republican candidates have expressed support for the movement. A tweet about Hanks read, "It was this precise moment that Tom Hanks knew he was effed. His life never the same again, and any acting legacy would forever be tarnished by island activities associated with Jeffrey Epstein. On the other hand, Ricky Gervais would be known as a genuine hero forevermore." With another posting, Tom Hanks regarding masks. Funny how the P-file doesn't respect children either, with the last one posting a clip of the actor dancing with kids before captioning, "I don't care if this is a comedy skit." How did Tom Hanks not get canceled for this? As for Robert De Niro, in 1998, the famous American actor got into some serious legal trouble in Paris. He was arrested by the French Vice Squad at the Bristol Hotel, all because of his involvement with an international ST ring. The authorities wanted to ask him some questions as they were investigating this whole shady business. Back then, they made it clear that De Niro was more like a potential witness rather than a suspect. The arrest warrant came from Judge Frederick Nguyen, who had been digging into this ST ring since October 1996. De Niro had to go through several hours of questioning by the police at his hotel, which was pretty close to the French Interior Ministry. After that, he was taken to Judge Nguyen's place at the Palais de Justice in the evening. Finally, they let him go after he spent around 9 hours dealing with all this legal drama. What's interesting is that De Niro wasn't the only one caught up in this mess. Wojtek Fibak, a former Polish tennis champ and a pal of De Niro, got himself investigated for SA in the same case. During this whole crazy time, De Niro was actually in Paris for work. He was filming Ronin, an action movie directed by John Frankenheimer, and it was all about an American guy with a mysterious past. De Niro was supposed to stay in the city until the end of March. But here's the twist. They tried to question him the Friday before, only to find out he had already left the Bristol Hotel for the weekend. To add more drama, Judge Nguyen wanted to talk to Brigitte Nielsen, the ex-wife of Sylvester Stallone. Rumor had it that she was suspected of setting up meetings between escorts and clients, as per the French TV news station LCI. The investigation didn't stop there. Captain Paul Barrel, a former police officer from the Élysée Presidential Palace with a history of controversy, got his turn to be questioned. They said he might be involved in bringing Moroccan escorts into France, according to LCI. Other people in the mix included a photographer for adult magazines, Jean-Pierre Bourgeois, a Swedish former model named Annika Brumark, and a Lebanese businessman named Nazi Abdulatif El Ladki. They were all under investigation for their roles in making this peace-stitution thing happen. Interestingly, it was El Ladki who spilled the beans to Judge Nguyen. The whole operation apparently had around 40 female S-workers in it. They were supposedly connected with rich clients from places like New York and the Arab Gulf states. Jim Carrey has been vocal about the sacrifices he's made to expose Hollywood's dark side. His journey from bringing laughter to the world to being labeled eccentric by the media has been incredibly intriguing. However, recent insiders' claims suggest that there might be more to this story than meets the eye. It appears that when actors like Carrey delve deeply into their roles, they unearth a hidden agenda within the entertainment industry, a motive to possibly control and shape their creative expression, blurring the boundaries between fiction and reality. Behind the scenes, Carrey said he grappled with a revelation that Hollywood was far more than just lights, camera, and action. He began hinting at the industry's concealed agenda, to mold actors into mere reflections of their on-screen personas, manipulating the line between fiction and reality. In interviews and public appearances, Carrey's comments have begun to raise eyebrows, as he candidly admitted that he often found himself losing his own identity to the characters he portrayed. What's more, Jim recently revealed that Hollywood is a spineless industry. During a 2022 appearance on CBS Morning, the actor-comedian told Gayle King on the show, "I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. Felt like Hollywood is just spineless en masse," referring to the moment when Will Smith went to the stage to receive the Best Actor award for his role in King Richard and was given a standing ovation for winning his first ever Oscar, even though he slapped Chris Rock on stage minutes earlier. He added, "And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore." He added that had he been in Chris Rock's position, he would have sued Will Smith. "I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video was going to be there forever," Jim said. "It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words," Jim Carrey said on the show. In any case, Carrey's fears are not just about Hollywood's power, but also its influence over political figures like Kamala Harris. What if Harris, like Obama, chooses to ignore the industry's darkest secrets? As Kamala Harris continues her political ascent, the question remains, will she use her influence to bring about change? Or will she turn a blind eye to Hollywood's P-daters? Jim Carrey's concerns may seem far-fetched to some, but his history of speaking out suggests there's more to the story. Can we trust Harris to hold Hollywood accountable, or will she protect the powerful figures who helped her rise to prominence? Jim Carrey's fears about Kamala Harris as president are rooted in a history of political alliances and Hollywood's unchecked power. As the lines between entertainment and politics continue to blur, Carrey's warnings serve as a reminder of the influence wielded by those in positions of power. In a world where power often protects its own, will Kamala Harris stand up against Hollywood's P-daters, or will she, like those before her, turn a blind eye? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Jim Carrey won't stop speaking out. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.